Mummy. Hello. Hello, Kenza. Hello, Jasnami. Kenza. So,
Hello.
we will start with Jasnami because it's very late in India, in Punjab. Then we'll move across to Kenza. We're about ready to go. As soon as we get a live book, I will do the big ladies and gentlemen. And then, so
we are on the chat.
We're on Facebook already, aren't we? Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and assembled company, welcome to the World Storytelling Cafe, where I'm actually sitting in the physical World Storytelling with my great friend and compatriot and co-presenter, Mr. Babasi. But it is not John Rose and Babasi's program tonight. It is the Young International Tellers. And we will start from the Punjab with the amazing, the fantastic, the longest serving Young International Teller on the program. The amazing Jasnami. Jasnami. Unmute yourself and start.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone. My name is Jasname and I'm from India. Today, my story's name is Ranchin and the Lion Statue. There was once a small village. In this small village, there lived a boy named Ranchin. He used to sing every day, and the village people were very fond of him. They used to like him singing, and they said that you sing so well. We need to hear your song every morning. And so he used to do. Every morning, he used to sing the songs for them. But there was this one guy named Wangu who did not like Ranchin. He just wanted to do his work and sleep and nothing else, and just wanted to earn money. And so he hated Ranchin because he thought Ranchin did time pass by singing. One day Ranchin was passing by singing while Wangu was counting his bags. He heard the boy singing and lost the count. He got angry, but Ranchin ignored and went on his way. Ranchin had a flock of sheep. He used to take them to graze in the pastures. One day, the pasture's grass was thinning, and so he thought, I'll take him to that pasture. I'll take my sheep there, they will eat happily. And he did so. He went with the sheep to the pasture. Now, as he reached there, he saw ruins of some stones, some villages, and so Ramchan decided to go there. He ran there. He saw a statue of lion. The lion statue was quite very realistic. When he saw it, he started talking to it. Ranchin told the statue every story of the day, and he used to give food to him. Every morning, when he used to come there, he used to notice that the food was gone. It was the sattu roti, which he thought the lion ate every day, but the lion was a statue. This continued for many months, and finally it was winter time. Now, in winters, they could not stay in that village, so they had to change their place. So Ramchan went to that lion statue again and said, Dear friend, you had helped me the whole year. The whole month of summers, I told you my stories. And so you're my best friend. Now, as you know, today is the last day, and maybe tomorrow I'll come to meet you. I hope you will miss me because I will miss you a lot. And then he was about to go when he heard someone say, I will miss you too and your food. He turned back and saw, but there was no one. It was all ruined, and he thought the lion spoke it, but the lion was a statue. He noticed again, and he heard the lion speaking. He got so excited, and the lion said, "Tomorrow bring me a bag and put it in my mouth. Then see what is there for you." The boy ran to his home. Ranchan went to his home, and he was very happy for next day. Wangu thought there was something wrong with this boy because he was quite busy. He did not sing his songs. And so he followed the boy next morning. Ranchan went to the statue, put the bag in his mouth, and what he got was gold coins. He was so excited and so happy. He took the gold coins and decided to come back. While Wangu caught him and said, "What are you doing? What are you hiding? And what are you doing?" And then the boy said, "I'm doing nothing, Wangu. Please leave me." And he said, "You have gold coins in your hand." And Ranchan said, "Yes, I have, but the statue gave me because I talk to this statue every summer, every day, and we both are friends now." Wangu said, "You're lying to me. How can a statue eat your food and talk to you?" He said, "Don't believe me, but the statue gave gold coins to me." Wangu did the same. He also started giving food to the statue. He talked to the statue, and at the end, the statue said, "As it is your last day, you will get a bag for me." And Wangu was very excited. "A bag? This means I will get gold coins." He went next morning and put that bag in his mouth. But what he got was nothing. But he fell down and the statue disappeared, and he got nothing because he was greedy. While there, Ranchan enjoyed his life. Thank you.
That was amazing, Jeffrey, as always. Now, I've got a special favour. Have you got something you can tell us? A story, a poem in Punjabi?
Sure, I'll get my book and narrate.
I can't hear you. Can you sound
in
quiet?
Punjabi.
Jasname, I could not hear you just then.
I said I'll get my book and recite a poem in Punjabi.
That would be great. Meanwhile, maybe Kenza can tell us a story. Kenza,
Hi.
please tell.
Yes. Today I tell two stories about a typical person in a story original of Morocco, and his name is Juha, and it is lot of story. And today I decided to tell two of this is story. I start. Can I start? Okay. So the first one is about it's about a story about a robber and Juha. So a thief wanted to rob Juha's house, so he went to him in the middle of the night. He climbed up to the roof of the house. Juha was sleeping next to his wife when he felt the effects of the thief's footsteps. He wake up his wife. Juha whispered to his wife, must be a thief on the roof of our house." The terrified wife said, "Oh, Juha, what are we going to do? I'm scared." Juha reflected a bit and said, "Do what I am about to tell you. I'll pretend to sleep. You wake me up and asking aloud, Juha, what is it all this money? His wife did as she told him by asking aloud, Juha, Juha, what is all this money? Where did you collect all these enormous wealth? And when? Juha replied angrily, You wake me from my sleep at this late hour to ask me where does this wealth come from? His wife said, I can't be patient. Juha, tell me about this great wealth. Juha said, When I was young, I used to break into houses. The wife said, Does all this wealth come from house rates? I don't believe you. Juha replied, Wife, if I confided the secret of this story to you, wouldn't believe me. The wife said, Inform me, Juha. Juha said, I'll tell you, but this matter is a secret. And if a chief were to know it, he'd tell everything we own, said his wife. Juha, I want to listen to you, Juha said. I climbed into the roofs of the house and observed the sky. If the moon wasn't there, I expected it. What does the moon have to do with it? Asked his wife, interrupting him. Juha replied, At moonrise, I would hang on to the light that comes out to the skylight of the house and say, Shulum bulum, 7 times. Oh, Juha, and what happened afterwards? Asked his wife. Juha replied, I hugged the light tightly and descended with a rope, loaded what I could, and then went back up again without anyone in the house noticing. When the thief heard these words, he said cheerfully, It is a matter of great loot. It really is a night of happiness. How silly you are, Juha. You will lose everything you own. The thief observed the sky, and when the moonlight appeared towards the skylight of Juha's house, he embraced her, saying, Shulum bulum, 7 times. Then let himself fall from the top of the house. He fell to the ground of the skylight, broke his ribs, got up, bending over and screaming in pain. Juha rushed at him, yelling for his wife to turn on the lights before the thief escaped. The suffering thief said to Juha, Juha, who the heck did you learn this great method from? And I, with this stupid mentality, won't be able to escape.
Fantastic, Kenza. Now, before you tell your second story, on the advice of my good friend, Mr. Baba C, we're having, okay, we'll say that one more time. Baba C.
Baba C.
C. We'll have Jasname and with her poem, and then we come back to you, Kenza, for your second story. Okay. Jasname, have you passed
Okay.
your poem?
Yes, I've got it in Punjabi.
You're muted, Jasname.
Should I start?
Please do.
So basically, this poem is in Punjabi and it is about Punjab. Punjab pyara, ਸਾਡਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪਿਆਰਾ, ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਨਿਆਰਾ। ਭਾਰਤ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਸੋਹੇ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਤੀ ਤਾਰਾ, ਨਾ ਪੈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਪੈ ਖਾਂਦਾ। ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਵਾਨੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ, ਬੰਨੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਗਾਨੇ। ਜੋ ਨਾ ਹੋਣ ਪਰਾਈ ਦੇਣੀ, ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈ ਲਲਕਾਰਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪਿਆਰਾ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਨਿਆਰਾ। Thank you.
That was wonderful, Jasmine. I just do love hearing stuff in native tongue, in first language. Right. Kenza.
But before we go to Kenza, since it's so late for Jasmine,
Yeah, we ought to do some comments.
yes, we are.
And you make the first comment.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's no secret that I'm a big Jasmine fan. However, every week you never cease to amaze me. You get better and better, more and more relaxed, and I love the morals of your story. And although I don't speak Punjabi, did I get that right?
Yeah.
I enjoy the rhythm and I enjoy the way you deliver. So once again, I give you a round of applause.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And I loved. And I know what I want to say. How did you get on with your exams last week?
Oh, yes.
They're about to start in the next week. They'll start.
Okay, they start next week.
Yes.
So we
Next.
may not see you next week, or we may see you.
I'll try to join surely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have Kenza's second story, and then you can go to bed.
Or did Kenza want to say something about Jasmine's story?
Or not yet.
Okay.
Okay. But Kenza, do you want to say something about Jasmine's story? As I've been prompted.
I don't listen very good. Can you repeat, please?
Would you like to say something about Jasname's story?
I think it's perfect and I like it a lot. So I don't have many words to explain what I think about the story about Jasname. And I thank you for telling this story.
Thank you, Kenza. And Jasname isn't being disrespectful when she goes away. It's just that it's midnight in Punjab and she has to go to bed because she has school tomorrow.
We're missing you already.
Okay, night, Jasname.
Sleep well.
Kenza, can we have your second story, please? Please tell your second story.
So the second story is about the same man. So it's about the same man. His name Juha. So Juha had an elderly neighbor who had a malnourished, emaciated, and disfigured kid. One day, she wanted to sell it to Juha, but he refused to buy it. The old woman again offered the kid to Juha and repeated this proposal numerous times, since she was in enormous need of money. Juha took pity on her. He went away, pondering a way to sell the kids at a price that would satisfy his needs. The following day, Juha returned to the older woman and said, "Tomorrow go to the market and take the kids with you to sell it." The old woman said to him, "Do you have a buyer for him?" Juha said, "I will be present at the market. I will negotiate it, purchase with you, but do not expect a price lower than 100 dinars. And be careful not to hesitate until it's completed." The old woman marveled at his words and took the initiative, saying, "Oh, Juha, 100 dinars! What an enormous sum! My hands haven't received anything for years and years. But tell me, why do you want to buy it for 100 dinars at the merchants when I can sell it to you here for much less than that price?" Juha said, "Do as I ask you, and do not hesitate until it is possible for you to sell the kid." The old woman said joyfully and cheerfully, "Our appointment is tomorrow at the market." Juha, the following day, the old woman went to the market. brought the kid with her and carried out what she had agreed with Juha. She offered the kid for sale, but no one came near to buy it. After a while, Juha showed up. The old woman saw him coming from Afer, and she had a measuring stick with her. Juha went around among the vendors with a measuring stick. Then he approached the old woman, as if he didn't know her, and asked her, "Is this goat for sale?" "Yes, sir," said the old woman. Juha began to measure the goat's length, width, and the height numerous times until he attracted people gazes. The people marveled and gathered around Juha and the goats. Then Juha began to negotiate the price of the goats with the old woman, starting with the dinner, while the old woman asked him to increase the price. Then he began to raise the price. At this point, the people participated with Juha, raising the price of the gods until its price reached 30 dinars. The old woman said, "I won't sell it, as it's worth much more than that." Juha started to raise the price, the people too, until Juha raised 90 dinars. But the old woman said, "I won't sell it for less than 100 dinars." Herr Juha expressed his displeasure and said, "I wish I had this goat. If I had, I would buy it immediately and without hesitation." Then he left her apologetic and walked through the market. One of the merchants saw and heard what had happened, and he thought that there was a great secret in the goats, and he bought it for 100 dinars. The merchant rushed after Juha, stopped him, and said, "Please, let me know the secret of your interest in buying these goats and the utility you happen to have from its purchase." Juha grabbed the goats and began measuring the length and weight, then said, "If it was 2 inches longer and 1 inch wider, its skin would have served for a drum for my daughter's wedding feast." Then he greeted the man, smiling, and walked away. Thank you.
Very good. Mother C, what have you got to say? That
Princess
amazing
Kinsler, Princess Kinsler, Princess Kinsler. It's always a delight to hear your stories. And tonight you've proven one of my points, and that's the more you tell stories, the better you become. And I heard you tonight go instantly into your stories with confidence, with rhythm, with and the way you use your voice as well. And then you went to your second story, you're even more confident. I like the way that you're becoming a stronger and you're becoming a stronger and better storyteller every time you tell us a tale. So, a round of applause to you.
Thank you
And I
very
love
much.
the fact that you told Juba stories because he is one of my favorite characters. I love Nazruddin stories and I love Juba stories. Just fantastic. So you kept me happy, not just with the way you told them, but the stories. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So,
Thank you.
are you coming back next week?
Yes, I am coming.
Oh, great. Yeah, Jasname may well be having her exams, but she will try and come. We'll see if we can get other people. We might have some young Moroccan tellers by next week at the back here. So you're not just talking to two old men. You're actually talking to more. What you can't see is there are hundreds of people watching without being live on here because they can watch without coming into the room. So you're, in fact, you think you're just talking to Baba Simi, but you're talking to hundreds of people. So Thank you, Kenza.
Yes,
Thank you.
I know.
And I think that's the
Thank
end of our tales.
I think that's gonna be it for tonight.
There's no one else who can make comments.
You're right, there's no one else to make comments, unless Kenzo wants to make a comment about
Or
it.
would you like to say anything?
Would you like to say anything about?
I don't.
Would you like to say?
I want to
anything
say. I don't listen very good because there is no connection here.
That's okay. That's
It's okay.
okay. Don't worry. But we're just very grateful for you coming on and sharing your stories with everybody around the world. Thank you.
Yes,
Asante
thank
sana.
you.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
So good night and good night to everyone. What's coming up? What's coming up?
Oh, what's coming up?
What's coming up?
Oh,
Me on Friday.
You on Friday? Oh my
Me on
goodness.
Friday.
Him on Friday,
Me on
telling
Friday.
stories for children. The one, the only, John Rowe.
And at 6 o'clock. That's at 6 o'clock.
That's at 6 o'clock.
UK time.
UK time.
And of course, the following Tuesday, there is our Young International Tellers. And even if it is Young International Teller, it will be Kenza. So we're in for a treat anyway.
Yes, we are.
Meanwhile, good night and see you later. See some of you on Friday, see some of you